Let's talk Tanya for the 20th of Tamuz. We've concluded our understanding of what a sin is, the damage that we do to ourselves spiritually, the damage that we do to God, dragging God down into the klipos when we do a sin. And we also understand what our job is. We need to now do Teshuvah, Teshuvah. We need to restore the Hey, which is our supernal source within the name of Havaya, back to its place. We need to extract it from the klipos where we dragged it down into. How do we go about doing this? The Alter Rebbe says it's a two-step process. Step number one, we need to arouse compassion. We need to arouse God's compassion, our compassion, on who? Well, on ourselves, realizing the damage that we've done to our neshama, to our soul. But also, we need to have compassion on God. In Kabbalah, God is referred to as the Melech Oluv, the disgraced king. Who disgraced God? We disgrace God. Every time we do a sin, we're dragging him into the klipos. We need to have compassion on God, and that is step number one. Compassion on ourselves and compassion on God, on ourselves, meaning our neshama, and compassion on God. Which, by the way, in and of itself is very interesting. You know, when we're doing teshuvah, we're not always, I don't think it's intuitive to think about God and what we've done to God. But the process of this, actually, what we're trying to accomplish is, it's not really about being self-centered. It's understanding the damage we've done to our godly soul, and yes, to God also. The second step is we have to break our ego. And why is that? Because when we break our ego, we break the klipa. The Zohar tells us, there's a pasuk that says, Ruach nishbara leiv nishbar, a broken spirit, a broken heart. And the Zohar teaches us, what does this mean? That how do we break the spirit? Which spirit? We're talking about the spirit of impurity, is when we have a broken heart. When we break our egos, we break the klipos. And that's very important because after all, as we've been explaining, the problem is that right now, both us and God, we are in exile within the klipos. So if we want to remedy the situation, we need to break the klipos in order to be able to be released and redeemed and to have the teshuvah, the teshuvah, the return, our return to God, God's return also to himself. And for that, we need to break the ego. How do we break the ego? That will be the topic of tomorrow's Tanya.